Corleone family wants to buy you out.
Corleone family wants to buy me out.
So this is Mohanlal and Mammootty in an iconic scene from Godfather. And this is technology just in its nascent stage. But just imagine that there are softwares developing which can create an algorithm where it perfectly understands the body language, the facial expressions, and acting cues of individuals. So much so that it never requires the actor to be physically present to act out the scene. So the actor just creates an IP of his AI model, signs the script, never leaves the comfort of his home, and voila. We've understood how the sequel of Brahmastra can be made in less than a year. I was watching the 6th season of Black Mirror on Netflix, and one episode truly became the precursor of what can be the future of entertainment we consume a few years from now. The episode Joan is Awful presented an individual who carries on with her day, bruising and destroying egos and her own relationship along the way. As she sits with her boyfriend thinking that her destructive decisions are only known to her, she sees a show on a streaming platform titled Joan is Awful that recreates her day exactly the way it went down. Absolutely shocked that her life is playing out for the world to see, she aims to sue the streaming platform for using her real life for entertainment purposes, only to realize two things. She signed off on the same in the large volume of the terms and conditions that nobody reads, and more importantly, the prospect of suing the actor playing her, Salma Hayek in this case, also goes out of the window, as it's not the real Salma Hayek playing her, but an AI generated image of her that is licensed to the streaming platform and that can be used as they please. This made me think about how the technology we are seeing everywhere right now is still at its nascent stage, but it can easily and quickly develop into such intricate detailing that an actor would literally never have to go on set and just license his images to several projects. The trigger for me to do a video on this topic was when I saw Film Companion do a collaboration with Moviepedia Official, where they released several images reimagining the casting of Marvel superheroes with Indian actors. Shivam Sharma and his team generated these images of these hypothetical castings, and it clearly is just the start of more to come. The same page portrayed the digital renders of what adipurush could have been, and it's safe to say that the images and styling dependent on the keywords that are being tweaked and entered as prompts to generate these images are far more convincing than the movie we saw. Imagine these looks of Hanuman, Ravan and Jatayu. It could have translated so well on the big screen, and it also puts into debate how the frailties of actors can also be masked with this technology. So rather than the constant airbrushing and de-aging that is taking place with actors currently, one can literally create the perfect AI avatars of the actors and make it consistent throughout the film without much effort from the physical presence at all. What's absolutely insane is that AI technology is not just restricted to visuals but translates to mimic voices as well. Recently, an AI-generated melody of Tere Vaste from Zara Hatke Zara Bachke with the voices of Sonu Nigam, Arijit Singh, KK and Atif Aslam went viral, where the technology accurately captured the nuances of the vocalists, so much so that you would actually believe that they were jamming in a studio together. This also changes the game for music production companies, who would purchase the IPs from singers to use their voice in any single, and they would not be required to even come to the studio. What's even trippier is that the legendary singers who have passed away can be reintroduced in films, as their family members can acquire the IP of their voice and get checks for whichever projects it is used for. This is of course assuming that there will be an ethical use of the same, because I am sure that there's going to be such illegal dissemination of the technology and the paper trail would be tough to identify in every instance. The iconic Godfather scene, however, really tripped me out, because if the technology in its initial stages can develop a Mohanlal and Mammootty render so perfect, I wonder how it progresses to smoothen its flaws and gets so advanced that the makers just have to make the actors sign on the dotted line and nothing else. You develop the technology in such a way that it understands each nuance, facial expression and body movement of specific actors, and all the information gets fed into an algorithm that subjectively reacts to each situation. The software would reach a stage where it would understand as an actor what would Mohanlal do in this specific situation, and Mohanlal can just chill at the comfort of his home and see the magic happen. The question is, will there be an aversion to the same from the audience? The advancement of technology is so much so that it absolutely loses the human touch, or will it be fully embraced by the public? If the case of de-aging and the amount of airbrushing that is utilized on actors can be kept a secret, I wonder what will stop production companies from keeping AI models a secret on set as well. While I only talk about how this will impact the film industry, the advancement of this technology has also disturbing repercussions, as deepfakes are being utilized to circulate morphed images of people, and its sole purpose is to shame people. This is not just restricted to images but videos as well. A lot of cybercrimes with blackmailing people is being utilized with deepfakes. A huge controversy on Twitch recently happened where Atriarch, a streamer, was caught surfing on a website behind a paywall that developed deepfakes of popular female streamers. And this is nothing but an invasion of privacy. This is something that was covered in the movie Love Today as well, where the images and videos will become so convincing that an older demographic would accept it as reality, and it can be used to tarnish and sabotage one's image. So while we look at the advancement of technology and the great help it can be for filmmaking and enhancing that experience, who knows a day where an entire film will be AI generated? On the flip side, there are situations where it can be extremely detrimental to one's right to privacy and even spreading misinformation, especially when the technology is placed in the hands of those who have ill intentions. What do you think the future holds, and how this technology is going to develop and get integrated into the filmmaking process? Are we really looking at a time where the human presence itself can be absolutely redundant? Let me know in the comments below. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram, the handle's right in front of you. Follow me at JammyPants4. Also, please support us by smashing the like button and subscribing to our channel for weekly content ahead. Thank you for watching.